was happening at the same time. Like Russians were trying to take this airport. It was strategically very important for them. At that period of time, approximately this like first week, we've seen first Russian tank and BTR. Maybe somebody remembers the news from the very beginning from Ukraine that like Russian tanks entered the city of Kiev, and maybe somebody remembers this video of Russian tank going like through civilian vehicle with driver inside. So it was like 100 meters from my apartment. It was very close, and there are stories about gopniks, local guys who knocked out BTR crew, Russian BTR crew, and stole their tank, which was like an actual situation. And there was lots of shooting. You cannot imagine like difference in between distance when the war is happening, because places where I could get like beforehand, I could get in like an hour or two. Right now, there were a matter of couple of minutes because of jets and all the aircraft and missiles that are coming on extreme speeds. And like I could speak with my mother, and she was even more to the north. She was in Khatanivka, and she could call us and say, "Oh, there's like rockets or jets or missiles," and immediately, like less than a minute after that, we could hear and see them. Like it was such a huge distance for me before, and it was such a small distance, matter of minutes or seconds sometimes in like wartime. It was just crazy. And same for explosions, actually, because I could hear, like, I could be sitting on Discord or in call with my friend, which, like, he was in different part of the city, and he said, "Oh, fuck, there's something exploded here." And like 15 seconds or like a bit more, like 20 seconds after that, I could hear this explosion, and I could see like sky being bright, very bright because of what's happening. These people who are looking videos on YouTube and commenting it being like they haven't felt that, but like explosion of even, I don't know, mortar mine in real life, it's very loud, and you can actually feel it like throughout all of your body. Like you can feel it on any distance. It's just, it's different when you actually felt that and felt this fucking animal fear. I still remember, like, actually, because of remembering this, like, right now my hands kind of shaking, because, like, this animal fear when you are on the street and it's first explosions, first are alerts, first sirens, all of that happening. This is a new experience. I could actually call it animal fear when you actually want to go under the rock, just hide anywhere, literally anywhere. Like, we got a bit more used to missiles, to shootings. In the beginning, I can remember, like, me and my brother, we got into agreement, like, kind of that actually much more fear is being produced when you do not hear anything. Like, all the time you could hear shootings from, like, AK or any automatic rifles, and it's like, it's just a, like, Russian meat, you know? They are dying quite easily, it's not a tank, but when everything is silent, it makes you even more afraid of what's gonna happen, because this silence, it's just unusual. At least it was at that point. After that, we were spending lots of time in shelter. And actually, this is the same time when I actually first time met and got to know my neighbors. And this is a mass situation that happened with people, because nobody like spoke with their neighbors for some time, because it's like capital city. You just don't care really, because you live in big apartment building. You don't speak with them. And in bomb shelter under huge stress, I can remember like everybody getting to know each other, their lives, what they were doing, what's happening, helping each other. Actually, helping each other. I'm very surprised and I'm amazed by our people, really, because amount of help that was coming from people to each other, like somebody needs to evacuate their family from territory where Russians already, and you can find people like who are ready to take a risk. And Russians were shooting civilians like crazy, like especially northern part, Bucha, Irpin, Borodyanka, all these cities, and like there were people from our apartments there who were like going to save somebody. And me and my brother actually we had porridge at our home, and there was a volunteer who wanted people to gather up some food for a medical center, because there were wounded people who haven't had nothing to eat. I remember we were taking like half pack of spaghetti and like oat flakes, and like everything we had literally just went there, and it was mass situation. I was amazed by people who were ready to do something even though they were civilians, because such amount of stress, such amount of adrenaline in people's blood, it's different kind of fear, and people were literally going around collecting bottles to make Molotov cocktails, and like looking for gasoline to make Molotov cocktails. Even more, actually, I have like kind of fun story, because there was a situation when a homeless person, they were going around gathering bottles and bringing them to civilian shelters so people can make like Molotov cocktails there. So like these people, they don't receive anything from the government. Yeah, they're homeless, but still yet they are going around and making something to like help. I was amazed by that also. After some time, we were trying to volunteer. we were going around volunteering centers, like there's a different understanding of volunteering in English